right. I am up and running. It's been a while. It's been a while since I done a live. So hold on, y'all. I'll be back. And I'm back. Oh shoot. All right, and I'm back. I don't want y'all to see my ghetto house. So can y'all hear me? Whoever is out there in the audience, let me know if you hear me. Say hi, what's up? Got some things I want to share and talk about. So I see somebody's here. So I don't know who you are, but welcome. Welcome to the No Strings Attached podcast. So in this stream, hey, thank you. I got my Defund the Media t-shirt here. You can go get yours at usagainstmedia.com. And I have another one that I ordered that's really cool. So anyway, thank you so much for the thumbs up. I'm gonna get started. So I'm gonna share with you guys a video. And we have some patriots right now in Hudsonville, right now at a school board meeting. And it's not gonna be any sound to it because I just kind of put this together on the fly. And I just wanted you guys to see it. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all. Okay. Because this is pretty serious. We're getting to a point in our society where things are getting pretty darn serious as far as like these masks, these vaccines. So that's why the title of my stream is The Separation Begins. This is the separation process for the United States, for the whole entire world. So, okay. So let's see. So anyway, let me get out of here. Let me put it on first because this is just, this is sad. This is just a 48-second video. This was done by my boy, Adam Boyd. So you see here, these are the officials. Right here, they're wearing masks, and these are parents and concerned citizens trying to get
so kids
into,
can be at over capacity, or how's that work?
Can you guys see that? They're trying. Oh, you guys can see that too. So there they are.
This is wrong.
And they're telling everybody who attended that the meeting was at capacity, right? Second video. I hope Adam, you don't mind this. This has to be seen because a lot of people.
You're being locked out.
A lot of people, unfortunately, do not think
kids are allowed in the school.
We don't have work to do.
Anytime.
We have lots of work to do, you guys. Lots of work to do. So this morning, I asked the question, what is considered qualified media? Because in my live this morning, I was talking about a friend of mine who is a citizen journalist, and his press pass, his license to go into the House of Representatives in our state capital here in Michigan, it was revoked. So I asked the question, what is considered qualified media? And because my friend, who is a journalist, do not agree with the leftist, narrative propaganda, because he doesn't write propaganda pieces, okay? He wants to go in and give the straight, unadulterated truth to the citizens, because we're not getting that in mainstream media. Thus, that's why I have this shirt, Defund the Media. Y'all see it? Defund the Media. So anyway, that is what's happening, not just here in America, but this is going to be happening all around the world. Thank you very much. Please go put it back. Go put my CD back, please. Okay, go put it back, please. Thank you. So, the separation process is beginning with these masks. The separation process is beginning with the vaccines. I I am not going to be surprised by November election in 2022. In 2022, I'm sorry, I'm already 200 years into the future. Yeah, I'm already there. But anyway, life extended technologies has been, given to me. I just don't know it yet. But anyway, I would not be surprised by November 2022 that they are going to use the mask. And even during the primaries, I won't even be surprised if they use it in the primaries in order to get their agenda rock solid and set, in order to separate the masses and to get the masses warring with each other, mask versus no mask, vax versus non-vax. I would not be surprised. Doesn't the Bible talk about that there's going to be a separation in the end times? For all my Christian friends out there that are in this, isn't there a separation period for the people of the earth? So anyway, there's going to be a separation, and it's beginning right now. We're seeing it right now. These people, taxpayers, people who pay taxes into this school, into the coffers of this school board, into the coffers of these officials who are trying to keep the crowd at bay from going into the meeting. We pay for that with our tax dollars. We pay for that. So we'll not be surprised, that they're starting to begin separating Americans from Americans based off of what they do or what they don't do. So I wanted to share that video. Go to Adam Boyd's page, look at that video, and you guys tell me if I'm seeing something wrong. Please, challenge me on it. Tell me if I'm wrong. But we have these elitists that are trying to separate us. They're trying to divide us. As long as they can keep us divided, they can continue this narrative that there's always a boogeyman around the corner. There's always somebody, ready to, oppose you, or you are ready to oppose them. So, they're going to keep on with the narrative of, we're no longer a family. Right? The Bible even talks about in times, families will even go against each other in the end times. So that's right. That's right. The wheat and tares. You got it. So maybe that's what we're seeing right now, being played out in the physical. I don't know. But the separation is beginning. And like I said about my friend earlier, who is the citizen journalist, I was making the point of what's going to happen. Aren't we here on this media platform? Aren't we all a type of citizen journalist? Aren't we all kind of, trying to break the news of what's going on? We go to these rallies. We go to committee hearings. We go to protest, and anybody who has these with one of these can break the news right then and there, right? Because Fox News and CBS and ABC can't be everywhere at the same time. I mean, they have what they call what are those people called? Oh my God, I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, I can't remember what they're called. They're like people they're like independent contractors with the news, and they can just go out there. You guys can put it in the chat who they are, but I don't remember off the top of my head. My husband said it. Stringers, that's who they are, stringers. Whew, glad I remembered. Anyway, but they have stringers, but they all can't be everywhere at the same time either. I have drama that happens outside of my house, down the street. Fox 2 News can't be there, but I'm there. I'm there breaking it, right? So what do they consider qualified? Who is qualified to give and disseminate information to the masses objectively, honestly, without having an agenda? Because people deserve to know what's going on. People deserve to know the truth, even if that truth hurts. So There's a separation happening. That's right. They always divide. That's right. They always divide the people. And if they keep us divided, they can have an excuse to bring in martial law in order to keep order. Order out of chaos. So I just wanted to share that because that's what's happening. Like I said before, do not be surprised if they do this during the primaries and during the election. You may have to go vote in the primary and they say, well, you don't have a mask on and, polls are closed today, or we're full to capacity. You can't come in, or you just can't come in because you don't have a mask. November 2022, same thing. Don't be surprised if they try to narrow down the poll challengers that can be in that room in order to challenge the AV ballots. Don't be surprised when they say, oh, we're at capacity at our poll challengers or our poll workers or election workers. We're at our capacity. So have a good day. Thank you for doing your civic duty. Don't be surprised. They're setting up, maybe I'm wrong. I pray that I'm wrong. They may be setting up in order to steal the midterm elections, the municipal elections. We know in Detroit they do it anyway. They do that anyway. But they're setting it up. They're getting people to fight with each other. They're getting these authoritarians in order to just do their job by keeping the non-maskers out. And it also gives them that pretext to use that pretext in order to keep people from holding these people accountable. So they can use that as an excuse and say, you can't come in because you don't have a mask, especially if you're a rabble-rouser like some of us. And you want to kind of, you want to be there. You want to see what's going on. You want to ask questions. I know a few of those people, and I commend those people. They're awesome people. They're God-fearing people. They're liberty-loving people. I was just telling my husband today, I was like, you cannot get enough people in these streets to fight for liberty without paying for them to be out there. I'm afraid we're at that point that enough people do not cherish their liberty, their freedoms, their God-given liberties, their God-given freedoms to be at your Capitol buildings at least once a week and ask questions and say, hey, what's going on? Hey, buddy, I've been calling you, leaving emails and you're not answering. What's going on, man? And since you're right there with them, talking with them, you could say, these are my concerns about this bill. This is my concern about what's going on in my neighborhood. The left do it. Why don't we? Why don't we? Sorry. I'm just telling the truth. And you know what? I'm not saying this to speak denigrating on anybody. I know everybody has their thing. I'm starting here with me first. At least make it once a week, if not twice a week, to Lansing. And even talk to my representatives who are Democrat here in my district. They're Democrat. Some of y'all are kind of lucky to have Republican representatives, and maybe one day we will have a Republican representative here in Detroit. One day. But that's if conservatives and Republicans in Detroit decide that if they really want to change the political dynamics in this city and in their districts here in this city, you got to do the work. And you ain't going to get no money for it, but your children will be rewarded because they're going to be able to experience the same freedoms and liberties that you supposed to have today, that I used to have growing up. I want to restore that for my son and for his children to experience one day. It's true. Right. Right. Exactly, Gloria. They did that in the general. They can do it in the midterms. That's right. Right now, they're acting like a kid that put their hands in the cookie jar and they got away with it. They got away with the whole cookie jar and nobody is paying attention. Hey, what happened to the cookie jar? And they're like, I can do it again. They can do it again. It's just like a kid that goes in the store and they steal once and they get away with it. And then they go in and they steal something bigger and then they can do it again. And then they steal something even bigger. And then next thing you know, bam, they out there stealing cars. Out there stealing cars, taking them to a chop shop to make money. I'm telling the truth. So that's how thieves get started. They start with a little bit and then they try to take as much as they can, as big as they can, and try to get away with the because it's a thrill. These people are not doing it because they're afraid of us. They're not afraid of us. They're not. They're doing it because it gives them a thrill. They get off on getting us divided. They get off on stealing our elections. They get off on that. It is their food. They get off on the energy of taking advantage of us. And they won't stop until we stop them. And like I told my husband today, you can't get a lot of conservatives and Republicans to help because because it's volunteer work and you're doing it for free. I'm not getting paid for anything that I do. I'm not getting paid putting together meetups and stuff. I'm not getting paid for that. I'm doing it because number one, I love this country. I love this country too much to let it go. And number two, I'm also doing it for you guys because I know that us being here in a Democratic blue districts, Michigan is pretty much turned blue, but in Democratic districts like mine, we need that. We need that solace. We need that reassurance. That no, we ain't going crazy by living within our means and living with common sense when it comes to interacting in life and raising our kids. And, you want to have camaraderie with people. That's why I do it. So anyway, the separation process is beginning. This is just the beginning. What we're seeing is just the beginning. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. If we keep complying, they're going to keep pushing the boundaries. Until it breaks. Don't know when that will be. I'm not calling for violence, but it may happen. And unfortunately, a lot of these keyboard warriors that are shackled hostage to Facebook and want to talk smack about alt media, oh, this ain't doing good and that alt media ain't doing right. Y'all got some kind of Stockholm syndrome or something. I don't know. It seems like to me it's like a Stockholm syndrome. You want to leave Facebook and you're mad at Facebook, but you don't want to leave Facebook, so you stay. Facebook is fallen, my friends. It's fallen. The censoring is not going to stop. The bans are not going to stop. It's time to retreat, fall back, go to other platforms, take a look, whatever. Make your own even. Make your own social media platform, please. We need that. We need our own. We may have to build our own infrastructure. We may have to have our own artisans. We may have to have our own carpenters. We may have to have, our own, tech guys. We may have to. We need y'all. I'm not very talented like that. I know all of you are. we're probably going to have to deal with each other, trade, barter, share with each other in the near future. Because as I see it, they're trying to push us out of their society. Those of us who are not going to comply, those of us who are not getting the vaccine, okay? And I'm even going to add people who have taken the vaccine, have been injured, and are like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm not going to get my second dose. I'm not going to get my booster, because they're going to be, and these people that took the shot, they're going to be on them to get those boosters. They're going to be like, you got to get your booster. You got to come in here and get your booster from your second dose. And I think a lot of people are going to be like, you know what? I'm not doing that. Well, it's too late by that time. By that time, it may be too late. I hope not. I hope some of you who did take the vax will dodge that bullet from being injured. I hope so. So we're being pushed out of their society. What are we going to do? Are we going to find reconciliation with those who are trying to push us out? Or are we just going to fall back and make our own society, create our own infrastructure, create, trade and sell things through different currencies, whatever? What are we going to do? I'm going to tell you, I thought about that years ago. I'm a big, huge Alex Jones fan. I love Alex Jones. And I thought about that about several years ago. I was like, we may have to have our own infrastructure eventually. From listening to Alex, I think that was several years ago, probably about 7 or 8 years ago, when I was listening to Alex Jones every day. I listen to that dude every day, every single day. And you know what? He was right. He was right. What everybody thought was conspiracy theory is no longer conspiracy theory. It's here. The future is here. And even though I'm on their platforms right now, there are going to be other alt tech platforms that are going to rise up, and it's going to take the place of these mainstream social media platforms like Facebook and YouTube. And I do have another video platform that I'm on, Odyssey. I don't have anything up there right now, but I'm going to start uploading there a lot more, because I think they're going to be doing some live streaming eventually, but they're working out all the kinks right now. So pray for that. We need that. But pray most of all for reconciliation. Pray most of all for that, because families, communities that were once family-like in their structure are now being pulled apart from this mask and vaccine scam. I pray that we can be reconciled. I pray that we can be, before the elite takes away our opportunity, before our opportunity get away from us and the elite has us. So, but yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Go take a look at that video. It is I don't know what you guys will get from it. I don't know what you sense in your spirit about it, but that's what I sense in my spirit about it. That this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. And it may get a lot worse. And we definitely know, those of us who are children of God, we know that it will definitely get a whole lot worse before the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords crack out of that sky. So, you guys take care. Thank you so much for listening to me. I know I kind of ranted a little bit, but I had to share that. So, have a good night, y'all. Take care. Peace.